Welcome back to our series on An Actor Prepares. This is the part 2 of Chapter 5. Imagine walking on stage. The lights are blazing, the audience is watching, and yet you feel as comfortable and focused as if you were alone at home. In this part of An Actor Prepares, Stanislavski shows us exactly how to achieve that level of concentration, no matter the distractions. An Actor Prepares is written by Constantin Stanislavski, the legendary Russian theater director and acting teacher, who created the Stanislavski system, the foundation of modern acting methods. The book is presented as a diary of a fictional acting student named Kostya, who learns under Stanislavski's guidance, referred to as the director. Through Kostya's experiences, we also learn these acting lessons, step by step. In the first half of this chapter, we explored the small and medium circles of attention, focusing on just one object or a few nearby objects to avoid being distracted by the audience. Now the director introduces the large circle. He floods the entire living room with light. This is the largest circle, extending as far as your eyesight can go. On stage, it could be as big as the scenery, or even an imagined horizon. But there's a problem. Without darkness to naturally frame your focus, you have to create an invisible border in your mind and resist looking beyond it. The director explains. In the dark, focus is easier because there are no distractions. In full light, attention must be held by mental discipline. He demonstrates using objects. A table for a small circle, a rug for a medium circle, and the whole room for a large circle. The director then adds another powerful idea. Your circle of attention doesn't have to be fixed. It can move with you. He illustrates this by turning off the lights, then following Kostya with a moving spotlight. Wherever he walks, to the fireplace, the window, or the piano, the light, and his focus, moves with him. This creates a feeling of comfort and focus anywhere on stage. To make this more concrete, the students are given wooden hoops to carry around, representing their personal circle. Kostya realizes he can even carry this mental circle into the busy street and still feel a sense of solitude in public. Up until now, they've been working on outer attention, focusing on real, physical objects. Now, the director introduces inner attention, focusing on imagined objects, sounds, and sensations that exist only in your mind but feel real. This is vital for acting, because so much of an actor's world on stage is imaginary. Props, locations, even other characters' unseen actions. Inner attention is harder to control than outer attention, but it can be trained with imagination exercises. For example, at night before sleeping, recall your entire day in vivid detail. The plates on which you ate, the texture of the tablecloth, the expressions on people's faces, the emotions in conversations. This builds strong, sharp powers of attention. The director also explains that there are two kinds of attention. Intellectual attention, like counting the branches on a chandelier. Emotional attention, imagining that same chandelier once hung in Napoleon's room, giving it personal, emotional significance. Emotional attention is stronger for acting because it naturally engages your creativity. An actor's work doesn't stop on stage. The director insists that actors must develop deep powers of observation in real life, noticing details in people's expressions, voices, and gestures, as well as beauty and ugliness in nature. This is not about collecting dry facts. It's about storing emotional impressions that can later be used in performance. For example, the director once saw an old woman pushing a baby carriage with a canary cage inside. The literal truth was mundane. She was just carrying her shopping. But he imagined she had lost her family, and the bird was her only companion. That imagined story carried far more emotional weight for theater. Concentration of attention isn't just about avoiding distractions. It's about controlling where your mind and heart live, both in real life and in imaginary circumstances. Whether your circle is small or large, fixed or moving, outer or inner, the more you train your attention, the more truthful, alive, and powerful your acting will become. In the next chapter of An Actor Prepares, Stanislavski moves from the mind to the body, showing why relaxation of muscles is essential for an actor. You'll see how tension blocks both concentration and creativity, and how learning to release it can transform your presence.